fixed interest or variable interest? Is it the right time to be locking in our interest rates? And we're looking at, sub 6% for fixed interest loans as of now, because you might be worried that interest rates could increase up over 6%, as Heidi has mentioned, or should we just ride out the variable rate? The answer to that is, and this is my personal opinion, I've actually never fixed an interest rate in my life, right? It's either red or black. Who wants to play that type of game? If the banks are obviously offering 5.6% interest as fixed interest rate, they are predicting that interest rates will go up because it's higher than the variable rate. Why would we then, the businesses are not in a business of gambling either, why would we then start paying more interest now than we need to for the security of fixing interest rates? When we haven't got anywhere near that. Heidi's mentioned that to fix an interest rate now, she would have to be paying 1.7% more. We could be in a scenario, guys, where interest rates don't even increase up to 1.7% from higher than where they are now. It might not ever get that high. It's speculation that it even does. Traditionally, when Australia has increased interest rates, the cycle is usually 2 to 3% increase. We've already had almost 1% increase. We might only have another 1.5 or 1 to 2% increase from where we are now. And then things very quickly as well over time in Australia, when interest rates have gradually increased, they can't increase them too quickly. When they have increased over a period of a year or so, once they get the desired result, inflation is lowered, they very quickly drop them back to the levels that they previously were. All right? You have to remember, inflation at the moment is generally supply-led. It's lack of goods to buy, not bullish consumer sentiment. There is reasonable consumer sentiment at the moment. Wage growth has been talked about recently, but a lot of this inflation is due to supply-led stuff. So when interest rates are increased too quickly, it might not actually have the desired effect of slowing down inflation when it is due to a lack of supply. So the RBA have to be very careful. And the moment that they get that the outcome that they are looking for, inflation to slow down, they drop interest rates back down because the economy, guess what? It's not really that good. Okay, so we can't sustain these forever higher interest rates. It's a bit of a sticky situation. So we're seeing, and traditionally when this has occurred, you see 2 to 3% interest rate rises over a period of time gradually, and then suddenly they yank back down to almost where they were previously. That's what we would expect here now. So I would say, why would we consider fixing interest rates, paying 1.7% more now than we have to? And so it's up here, we're here now, fixed interest rate is up here. We might not even get to the fixed interest rate in this increasing cycle before they drop again. And then you're left holding the bag. You're paying the highest interest all the way through, even when things drop down. If fixed interest rates were 4% where they were now, yes, we could consider fixing them, but not when they are 1.7% higher. That's, we're not really achieving anything. When you combine that with the fact that fixed interest rates are very restrictive, all right? Your properties that you own with those fixed interest rates, they might increase in value very strongly, right? You might have equity in there that you want to tap into. You might get a promotion or your job changes and you have the serviceability to be able to do that. Well, guess what? In a fixed interest rate loan, you have to pay breaking costs. That might be $10,000 or more to get out of the loan so you can refinance and get your equity out of the property. All right? We don't want to be doing that. We don't want that lack of flexibility. So my argument is, why would we consider? There are no foreseen benefits. There is a chance that interest rates might go up to 7%, and guess what? At that time, we'll be saving with fixed interest at 5.6%. We would be saving money, but we haven't got there yet, and we might not ever get there for quite a while. So we might be in the situation where we're fixed interest rates for 5.6% for 4 years, and the variable rate never actually gets higher than that over that entire period. That would probably be the most likely scenario if you had to ask my opinion.